Nani uwe minasan. I am going to deep dive into learning Japanese using AJATT, all Japanese all the time, or the Moe Way. And today we're just going to do a little bit of a quick start guide into their 30-day routine to help you learn Japanese from the absolute beginning. And by the end of the month, you should have a solid foundation in grammar, vocabulary, and even some kanji. So, without further ado, jump on in. So, what's AJAT? Like I said, all Japanese all the time, and it's an immersion method where you surround yourself with Japanese 24/7, turning daily life into a mini Japan. The goal here is to immerse in in everything, turning every setting on your phone, computer, anything that you can into Japanese, and essentially being surrounded by it, making your home and your world like a mini Japan. Yes, changing your iPhone settings, listening to Japanese podcasts and contents, and uh, playing anime and without subtitles. Again, basically like living in Japan. The Moe Way takes it a step further by making immersion a bit fun and emphasizes learning through what you love: manga, anime, pop culture, etc. And this is how you keep it engaging so you can stay consistent. Now, what they do, and I'll link the website in the description, but they have a 30-day guide to take you from point A, which is absolutely nothing, to 30 days in, which will bring you out with a really good foundation on Japanese. And I think you'll be able to get about 500 words of vocabulary, of course, reading hiragana, katakana, and kanji, and you'll have a foundation for like learning how to learn on your own. So more than anything else, it's of course starting with hiragana, katakana, and spending, I think, the next week taking quizzes and like just taking little chunks out of your day, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day to cement hiragana and katakana. That's a lot of the first week. And from there, what you're going to do is actually just start watching content. There's no, there's no, there's no like holding you and coddling you. It's jumping in on the deep end, watching shows like Love Live or K-On, and being able to get some of these slice of life shows into your system. So even though you don't exactly know what's going on, it'll be stuff that you'll commonly hear, if not be able to speak yourself soon enough. And they have something they call the subtitle tutor, where watch an episode without subtitles, or sorry, you watch the episode with subtitles, then without subtitles, and then you watch it again, um, just like while you're doing other things. Um, and I think it's a really good method of just being able to jump in. I really like that method simply because, talking about comprehensible input and blah, blah, blah. If you watch a show with subtitles and you understand what that story is, watching it again, you'll be able to pick up some of the patterns. You'll be able to just listen and enjoy while knowing what's going on and be able to fine tune your listening skills. You combine that with what they recommend, I think, is like 3 videos a day of Kuridali's Organic Japanese. If you don't know who she is, she's a goat. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. They eventually get you started with Anki and being able to get into a 1.5K deck, and later on another deck that'll eventually get you going with learning more and more vocabulary. Now, AJAT is not known for being speaker friendly. I think their motto is essentially to learn first, output later, input now. Um, so that may be a thing that throws you off of this. But for me, I think a really good recommendation would be to try this anyway. Whether you're doing Genki or another learning method, I think really immersing yourself in the culture will be really informative for how you just move forward and getting used to it if you aren't doing it already. Again, taking the training wheels off and not relying on subtitles. Um, really enforcing habits, really. But they, again, just have you consistently drilling Inky and grammar and immersion, and it will help you kind of have this long-term thing. And about halfway through, about day 15 or so, they do Yatsubato manga 100 page challenge, where they give you the materials that you need to be able to read 100 pages of Yotsubato on your own. And that doesn't mean you'll be able to read it without any help. The idea is to be able to get accustomed to being able to look up words, being able to add things to your Anki deck, etc. So you can walk away kind of knowing quite a bit, and having read 100 pages of a manga before 30 days, which is incredible. I may go on this challenge. I'm not sure if I've done it. Have I done it? No, I've read a little bit of Yotsubato, not 100 pages. So maybe worth me checking this out and doing it on my own and seeing what happens. Because I have the book. I have it somewhere, actually. But that's it. From there, you're kind of on your own. But this is what all Japanese all the time is like. And they have other guides, bigger guides. But if you're considering Genki, we have a video about that and how to self-study about that. So watch that. But if you're considering a more immersive approach, this may be the thing for you. Again, I think some of their methods, even if you don't agree with the output, is worth considering. So consider it. If there are any other methods, any other things that I should be looking up, please let me know, and I'll definitely try hard to do that. Comment, subscribe, and do what you gotta do, because we're gonna keep on trucking here. So until next time.